Um, we'll probably give a chance for you to sort of share the lessons that you've learned. This is actually great. It's the first time that we're doing this meeting because we have the PM assignments earlier now, which thank you, Sabrina, for all of your hard work to make that happen. It's wonderful because normally it's in like all of the other craziness that happens for Friday for us and for you, trying to cram in like 12 or 13 minutes to meet the PMs and say hi, and then we kind of jump into the raging river on Monday and it gets crazy. So this is great. So welcome everyone. I guess let's start by just doing quick introductions. And we'll go by my Brady Bunch view. So Ryan, you're up first.
Hi everybody. I'm a current student in CS part-time 2. I wanted to be a PM because getting that mentorship experience would be pretty cool. And it's something that I enjoy doing and I haven't really done since high school when I did tutoring. And I'm not actually finalized as a PM because I have a possible job opportunity that I'll know about tomorrow. But I put in my notice at work on Monday so that I could do this. And then 2 hours later, I got pulled in for an interview for a job I didn't know existed. Wow. And I find out about that tomorrow. So.
Awesome. Well, best of luck to you with that. And if not, we'll have some productive and fun stuff for you to do. So I guess, I'm next.
I'm aware of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I figured you'd be on top of that. You got everything under control. I'm Brian. I am the program manager for Lambda Labs. If you haven't met me yet, I'm sure you've seen me in lectures or whatnot. So my role in all of this is I also serve as one of the instructors right now for Labs. So I will have actually something we're going to figure out tomorrow is how we're going to divide this, but I'll either have 1/3 or 1/2 of the teams, and then working with your section leads to help you all manage your teams. So the most important thing to remember is at any point in time ever, if you have a question or a concern and you feel like it's not getting answered, you can DM me and we'll get it sorted out. But I'm really happy to meet all of you and looking forward to get started. Next up is Logan.
Hi, I'm Logan. I am from Web 17, so just doing labs right now, finishing it up. And what else was I supposed to answer? Anything else?
I guess I did a bad job with this icebreaker exercise, and we're supposed to do like 3 questions or something. Let's do. What should I do? Ed, you're better at this than me. What should our 3 questions be?
What's your favorite Pokemon?
Pikachu, pretty standard. And I'm from Idaho. There's that too.
That works. Let's do where you're located, what labs project you are on, and what your favorite Pokemon is.
Okay, and the labs project I'm on is the, we call it Moody Beats, but it's the music streamer app thing.
Sweet. And Ryan, do you want to answer those questions real quick?
I'm in Atlanta. My favorite Pokemon is Eevee, and I don't think I've been assigned to a labs project yet.
No, I mean, which one were you on?
Oh,
which one are you just
I did labs. Scratch and Map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kevin, you're up next.
Sure, I'm Kevin. I'm located in Northwest Indiana, out in the cornfields. Lab project I was on was nonprofit student data, and I don't know much about Pokemon. I was a little old for that, unfortunately.
All good. Adam?
Oh, me, Adam. Right, because there's
no, Adam Hinckley, I'm sorry.
Oh, is there another Adam in here? Oh, yeah, there is. Yes, there is. All right.
All right, Adam Hinckley, you're now bad Adam, and Adam McKinney is good Adam, just to keep it straight. All right.
I live in Boise, Idaho. Labs project I was on was Cadence, an employee scheduling app in Labs 9. and my favorite Pokemon is LeBron James.
Close enough.
All right, next up, Gannon.
Hi, my name is Gannon. I'm from the greater Detroit area, and the labs project I am technically still on for another day is Training Bot 2.0. And Pokemon, I guess I'll go with the Gyarados.
All right, good, Adam. You're up now.
So I'm from Round Rock, which is about 20 minutes north of Austin, Texas. I'm currently also in Training Bot 2.0 with Ganon. And favorite Pokemon has to be Blastoise, the OG highest evolution of the best original starter. Just going to say it, toss it out there. Shots fired. This is actually really awesome because I'm recognizing a lot of people. So I was originally a student in Web 14. So I was a student with Ganon. I think Kevin was one of our PMs. I recognize him. Bad Adam was a student with us because I got paired up with him in morning pair program reviews all the time because Alan was lazy and just tossed us together alphabetically. And then, I see 4 or 5 people that were students with me in Web 17 that I was a PM for, including Lloyd, who used to be one of my students. What's up, Lloyd? This is really awesome. I'm glad to say hey to everybody.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, me and Adam we were in the same PM group when we were students in Lab 14. We were both Web 17 PMs. We both work on the same labs project, and now we're both lab PMs.
Awesome.
We really hate each other.
Viciously.
Awesome. Sabrina, you're next.
Oh, okay. So I'm Sabrina, and I don't know anything about Pokemon. I'm too old for that. And I live in Miami, and I am going to be dealing with y'all every single day for some type of issues. What else do I need to say, Brian?
I think that's about it.
But I know y'all are going to DM me about some student acting up and everything else. So, hey.
All right. Ed, you're next.
What's good, everybody? I'm Ed. My role is Section Lead with Labs 13. Be rolling with Adam and CJ. So, I'll be talking with y'all a lot too, hopefully. Labs project that I was on was also back in Labs 9. It was a application called Bonafind, which was essentially we were biting Yelp as a business. Tell me about restaurants around me. Help me find a chiropractor in my neighborhood. That sort of thing. My favorite Pokemon is Poliwhirl.
All right, Louis-san, you're next.
Hey guys, I'm Louis Sang. I'm currently in Urbana-Champaign. It's this little town 3 hours from Chicago, but I usually live in Guatemala. I am still doing the chores project. I'm going as a flex PM. And my favorite Pokemon, I'm still torn between Rapidash and Hitmonlee. If you guys remember the guy with the gloves.
That's a good one.
Yeah. But I mean, Rapidash, that's fire, so
we got some Pokemon OGs in here. This is great.
All right, next up we have Lloyd.
Hey, how's it going? Adam, good to see you again, man. Definitely one of my PM inspirations. Sabrina, I'm over here in Fort Lauderdale. I don't know why we don't see you at none of the meetups.
Wow.
And
I'm not in the mood. No, I'm just joking.
I'm on Call Complain, Labs 12 right now. And what was the other question? Pokemon? My favorite thing from Pokemon is the Pokeball, the ultimate prison for powerful little monster things. Later.
All right. CJ, you're next.
Oh, CJ. I'm a section lead for Labs 13. My lab project was one of the Slack stand-ups. And my favorite Pokemon, there's a couple, but I like Scyther. You guys remember Scyther? That's my dude, man. Scyther.
All right. Lowell.
Hi, my name is Lowell. Everyone's always confused because I go by my middle name. I have to figure out how to write Andrew on all my documents, but have everyone call me Lowell. So there might be some confusion. There always is. I'm living in Provo, Utah, which is an hour south of Salt Lake City. I am in Labs 12, working on the Showcase project. And my favorite Pokemon, I gotta say, Typhlosion.
All right. Blake?
I am located in Toronto, Canada. I was part of Labs 12. The project that I worked on was book maps. It's kind of like an Airbnb for books. My favorite Pokemon is Zapdos, the legendary bird.
All right. Cool, cool. And last but certainly not least, oh wait, no, we have some more joining. Yeah. Oh no, I've ruined my view as well. All right. This is gonna get weird, but I think I can manage. Courtney.
Hi. Yeah, I joined a little late. Sorry about that, guys. Following what y'all said, I am in Montana, in Whitefish, Montana, right next to Glacier National Park. Anyone in Lambda is welcome to stay at my house if you need to visit there. Let's see. I was in Labs with Ryan Matthews, actually. I don't really see that many familiar faces, except I've conversed briefly with Adam Hinckley because I'm an Idaho native, so I represent North Idaho. Let's see, what else? My favorite Pokemon character, I have to say, I'm not that kind of nerd. I don't have one. I've never played Pokemon Go. You guys are gonna have to teach me what's up. But I'm gonna PM for Labs CE1, so this is gonna be brand new, and I don't know what to expect, but I'm excited. Anything else I missed?
Not at all. I'm not sure. Terry, I see you've joined us. Are the Labs CE PMs supposed to be here as well, or no? I'm happy to have them. I just want to make sure everyone's in the right place.
I think it was because it was in the student success calendar, and then Dante let them know. But
okay,
yeah.
Well, happy to have you. Welcome. Will, you're next.
Hello, everybody. Like Courtney, I'm Labs CE1 PM. I'm living in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I'm also in Labs 12 right now with Lloyd, working on Call Complain. And like my fellow PM in Lab CE1, I also wasn't a big Pokemon person. So if I had to choose one, I guess I'd default to Pikachu, I guess, to one of the few I know.
Same.
All righty, fair enough. Jonathan.
I'm Jonathan. I live in Crown Point, Indiana. Right now, I am the PM for Larkus. It's a Twitter application that creates lists and filters out toxic tweets, like someone's trolling you and things like that. Pokemon, I'm not really a fan of that, but I do know Pikachu. My kids has all the cards and stuff, but I don't know.
All right, fair enough. Hamza.
Hey guys, my name is Hamza. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. This is my second round PMing for Labs. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Pokemon, but yeah, Pikachu. So.
All right. Thank you. Megan.
Hers is frozen.
Megan, you appear to have frozen, and you're muted. Nope, I heard something briefly.
Hey guys.
Turn your video off, Megan, and just talk to us. It'll give you a better stream.
Not a lot though. I'm gonna turn my video. No,
Nope.
no, still can't hear me.
We can hear you, but you're. Yeah, there we go. Now we can hear you.
Okay, a little.
Oop. Megan, you're cutting in and out. Do you want to just type your answers in the chat for us?
So sounds great.
Alrighty. All right. Well, while we're waiting for Megan, Terry, you're here. You get to introduce yourself. Yep. You, Terry. You're the only one here. What's your role? Where are you located? And what is your favorite Pokemon?
Hi, everyone. I am Terry from Student Success. I am originally from LA, but I'm staying in Vegas for now. My favorite Pokemon, I'm going to go old school, Mewtwo.
All right, cool. Next up is Ryan.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ryan. I'm currently in Labs 12, working on the Shop Track Build On edition with the second group. I'll be PMing, well, I guess for Labs 13. Pokemon-wise, I would say I'll go with Psyduck, probably. And I currently live in Allentown, Pennsylvania, which is about 40 minutes or so north of Philadelphia.
All right, cool. Caitlin, I see you've just joined us, which means you have to introduce yourself. So what is your role, where are you located, and what's your favorite Pokemon?
I love these questions. Okay, I am Caitlin. My role is Student Affairs Coordinator. I'm specifically working on the PM and SL programs and improving those and standardizing things, fun stuff. I'm in Orlando, Florida, and my favorite Pokemon, I think, is Staryu. I'm a big Misty fan. I went to a MegaCon once as Misty. Super fun.
Alrighty, awesome. And then Megan says she's the section lead for Lab CE1, started in CS11, is now Web part-time 2. Worked on the wedding RSVP project from New Orleans, but currently in Iowa. Not a big fan of Pokemon. Fair enough. All right, I think that's everyone. We have introduced ourselves, so thank you for that. So a couple of things for us to go over. And these are definitely relevant for Labs 13. For Labs CE, I will defer to, I guess, Dante and how we're translating that. But the first thing that I want to just start with is we have some of you who have been here before. So could each of you repeat PMs, share with the rest of the group, like one word of advice that you think was like the most important thing for being successful, managing your teams and helping them be successful? And whoever wants to go first.
I can go. Right. I think it's important to be flexible with each of your teams. I had 3 different teams, and they each kind of needed different things. One was able to just run with it on their own. One needed quite a bit of technical help. Another needed more, I guess, like soft skills help. So just keep that in mind. Don't try to just go in with only thinking there's one way to do it. Kind of suss things out the first week, figure out what your team needs, and then help them in that way.
Blake, I'm very happy that you said that because it reminded me to say something that just came up in a meeting with the previous group that you heard me say. But I believe that there's like a golden rule of management that's one step above the golden rule that we've all heard, which is treat others like you'd like to be treated. And it's treat others like they need to be treated. And some people need to be left alone, and some people need to be followed up on every day. Some people need you to be really nice and quiet, and some people need you to be a little more aggressive. And you want to be careful, and you want to, be balanced, and you also have to operate within your own comfort zone. But each group is going to develop its own personality, and it's your job to curate that personality and that culture and help them all be effective. Thank you, Blake. Who else?
Sure, I'll go next. Make sure that your students understand that the stand-up forms are actually very important really early on, because otherwise you would be chasing them down every day trying to get those. So make sure those are important.
Awesome. Thank you, Hamza. Who else?
I can. I'll say I'm really impressed. Nobody in the group I'm PMing for right now is at like 10% of the rage I was with my group. And I believe that the biggest difference in them is two things. Number one, they're in meetings from the time we end the stand-up until the end of the day, and sometimes later. They are in constant communication. And I will definitely encourage that with my next group. And number two, anytime I sense frustration in somebody, I pull them in a meeting and listen. And I think that's a really big point, is making sure everybody feels understood and listened to in labs. That's what I would add.
Awesome.
I'll go. So I think that one of the important things to me is just the management of things, like of tasks. So letting your group know exactly what is expected to meet the MVP for the week, and then just like making sure that's what they're working on, or don't, like, you'll have control of like merging the PRs and things like that. So you don't merge what's not on task. And I think that if you do that one time, and they'll focus on task if they do get off task. So just make sure you're managing that. You don't have to push things that is off task. And so that'll keep them on task.
I would also say, don't think that you have to, that you don't have support, because you have amazing section leads and your instructors and myself that will always help you with anything. I know that a lot of times y'all wait until it gets like to the extreme with your teams or even a member of the team. So just reach out to any of us, like if you need us to speak to a team or whatever it may be.
Yeah, thank you, Sabrina. None of you should be waking up in the middle of the night because you're stressed out about your teams. That's our job. So if you're having trouble, please reach out for help.
Yeah, having said that, something I want to hammer as early as I possibly can. If you're sweating your group like that, you're having trouble keeping up, or you got something that just comes up or whatever, holler at me. Get with CJ, get with Adam. We're your section leads, and like I got you for whatever you need. If you have something that comes up and you got to leave early, come to me. I'll help you out with your students for emergent pull requests or something like that. And also too, it's if you try to send Brian, Alice, Joshua, anybody, instructors, sometimes admittedly it can be a little difficult to get answers, just because of the fact that you screen share with some of them and you check out their Slacks. It's just like a huge window of just 5,000 missed messages, and so but if you need an answer and you're not getting something back, like if you send me a DM, you send Adam a DM, I'm telling you right now, if I don't get back to you, it's because I missed it. So you're not going to annoy me if you just keep sending messages or something. You just keep pinging me, unless I tell you, I don't know what to tell you, stop sending me messages. If that's the case, then yes, don't send messages on repeat. But it's genuinely just because of the fact that I missed it, Adam missed it, CJ missed it, because that's what we're here for. So you need something, holler at me.
Yeah, absolutely. And we, like I like to say, I'm very busy, but it's because I'm very available. So I will get back to you, but your section leads might be faster. But if you do need me and you want to talk to me, message me and I will respond eventually, I promise. And Ryan, please feel free to ask your question, and anyone else, if you have questions or thoughts as we're any part of this discussion. We're a small group. We can talk to each other like people. So just unmute and ask away, please.
So there's this one issue that Courtney and I ran into with our group. We had a high priority issue. We submitted I forget what it was called, but we submitted a high priority issue request or whatever. And
a ticket?
Yeah, one of those, a ticket.
Yeah, it was just on Airtable.
Yeah, and after submitting that, 4 weeks went by, and I had followed up with my instructor and our other instructor 2, 3, maybe 4 times before somebody actually came back to help us.
So very good question, and that's on our agenda for today. I'm going to have something that I think you'll all be really happy about.
Cool.
I'm really happy about that, and it should be a good change. So we're going to talk about that briefly a little bit later, and then I have to find time to schedule this, but either on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, we're going to have a training for all of you about it. Anyone else want to share any words of wisdom or experience, or are there any other questions at this point before I move on?
I have one tiny tip that was brought to my attention by one of the PMs I was working with. He can identify themselves if you want, but use the insights on each repo and look at the contribution graph. And if you have look at that early on, so you can find students or identify students that aren't contributing as much. And it could be for reasons like they're not sure what they should be working on because they're passive. And so they might be capable, but they don't speak up and take charge on a feature of your project. Maybe they just need to have something delegated to them and then they can get to work. Could be that, could be other reasons, but know that's something that GitHub provides if you didn't already know, just to see where everybody's stacking up on contributing.
Yeah, I mean, on top of it too, Kevin Brack will tell you he had a student that was in fact contributing, but was having some trouble with GitHub, didn't recognize the username. I think it was a Git remote issue, and Kevin was actually able to figure it out because he's slick like that with Git. But that's a thing definitely that you can catch right away within the first week.
Yeah, I'll definitely be monitoring that on week 1 and encouraging students with it instead of waiting until I found it out on week 5,
Well, thank you both for that. And actually, I just have added that to the checklist, which we will be talking about next. So one thing that I would like you all to please keep in mind with this next session of labs is we have this wonderful cycle where you learn how things work and then you become a PM and then you become a section lead, which is fantastic. But please double check because sometimes things change. And so in particular, as I think you all found out, whether you were students or PMs, we changed a lot of the forms last time and have had a little bit of trouble getting them in. And this is unfortunate because the forms are one of the best ways that I have to keep aware of what's going on, and to overview the teams and see who might need help, see, who might be running into blockers and to help things. So based off of something that a PM, Leanne, had last time, James, a former section lead, has made us a checklist template. And it's kind of a lot. I'm going to share my screen now and we'll share this out later. But this is a daily checklist of sort of tasks and forms and links for PMs to help you do your work. And so it's a forum for where the daily stand-up is, where your daily stand-ups are, where we have dashboards for you. Unfortunately, it's one of those weird things that I can't show you right now because there's not any data in it. But we have a dashboard view that will show you anyone who has not submitted their form, and some other tools that are useful for you. And so this is all of the forms that we ask you to fill out. I know it's a little bit much, but project management is a management task. And one of the most important things project managers do is they collect information and share it upwards. And that helps, again, management know what's happening because with 150 students, it's really hard for me to follow everyone individually. And so I depend on you to both let me know what's happening and to help them submit their forms and their reports and let us know what's happening. A couple of really important pieces in this, in your form, which is PM dashboard. Oops, we need to add that one. So there's a form for you as well to submit, where you can let us know which students are superstars, and this is really helpful to the careers and outcomes team, and which students are having a little bit of trouble. And your section leads will talk to you more in depth about how that works. But this is going to be kind of a big focus that we have this round, because last round we added all of these new great forms and all of these new dashboards and insights and data, and we were only getting about 60% submission rate. So it sort of impacted the effectiveness. So I'll ask you, beg you, plead, please put a high priority on making sure everyone gets the right form in at the right time, because I know it's annoying, but it's really important and helpful for us, or I wouldn't ask you to do it. So any questions about that? And I will share the checklist so you can make copies as soon as I add that one other form.
Emphasis on make the copy.
Make the copy, yes. I will make it read only. Thank you, Ed. Okay, next change that we have that, again, your section leads will go into a little more in detail, but this time around we are, one of the great things about management is the power of delegation. And in the past, your section leads have scrambled and run around with their hair on fire to set up the Git organizations and Trello organizations. And we'll give you more guidance on this next week when it needs to be done. But we're gonna ask each of you set those up for your teams. And we'll be doing that on, Ed, when are we doing it? Monday, probably?
Well, I think Monday would make sense, but.
Not Monday, Tuesday.
Tuesday, right, sorry,
yeah, Tuesday.
holiday.
Mhm,
Yeah, so we'll be doing that on Tuesday. So we have a process for that. We have instructions. It'll be good practice for you for setting up orgs and repos and GitHub, setting the permissions properly. And it will make Ed, Adam, and CJ's lives a lot more pleasant for the first couple of days, and make them more available to do important things like help you out when you're not sure of how to do something, or your team is in trouble, or things like that.
Yeah, plus I think it's also like setting up the Git organization is definitely insightful. I mean, I never even knew what a Git organization was until we started doing this. So it's probably for the better that everybody kind of gets their hands dirty with it, just because of the fact that the organization thing is actually pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so third new thing, as Ryan mentioned, I will be honest, and I will take the blame because I designed the system. Our previous process for getting you help from PMs and instructors sucks. We have a ticketing system that is kind of like throwing a message in a bottle and throwing it into the ocean, and then hopefully something happens, and maybe it does and maybe it doesn't. So we have a new system in place, and it's based largely off of the system that Sabrina Gear created for Build Weeks, where we're going to have set office hours, and we'll still have a ticketing system, but it's going to be specific times that help is available, and here's how it works. Oh, this is also a good chance to show you all why sometimes we don't respond right away when you ask for help or a question, because that's what my calendar looks like this week. But I am going to share with you a new calendar, and it has a bunch of appointment slots set on it. Sorry, I need to move my Zoom stuff around so I can see the controls for this. So starting next Thursday, and then continuing on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of every week, all afternoon, there will be slots for office hours. And so that starts with the PM Help 1 and PM Help 2. And then there will be a section lead office hour. So each of your section leads will have one. And then in the evening, we will have instructor office hours with a PM assistant to help out that instructor with managing things and coordinating things. And again, we're going to do a training on this later on. And math is hard, but I don't think we actually need all of you to do this. So we'll ask for volunteers first. I would recommend that you fight over this. One of the things that we've been discussing a lot, and I'm in the Lambda offices this week, and we've had lots of conversations about what are the students that get the jobs the most quickly. And the number one indicator is the people that you see answering questions in the help channel are the people who get jobs. Being a PM is also a really good indicator. So if you double down on this, then it's going to be really good for you and really good for your students and good for all of us. So what we're going to ask you to do is fill in those office hours. And then we're going to have a ticketing system that's better using Freshdesk, which is something like Zendesk. Mr. Kennedy, you snuck in without me making you introduce yourself.
My bad.
What is your favorite Pokemon, sir? This will not go unsaid.
The only Pokemon I know of is Pikachu.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Sorry.
Now we're settled. So I would recommend that you fight over these. We're going to ask everyone to just do one per week. And then if we need to, we'll adjust either by letting people double up or more strongly encouraging people to volunteer. So what you'll do, and again, we're going to have training on this next week, but there will be a ticketing system where you'll be able to see who needs help with what, and you get to pick which ones you want to do. You'll plan to do them under the 20-minute rule. You'll announce which ones you're going to work on to the channel so that those people know to jump in on your Zoom. You'll have their Slack as well so you can ping them. And then you'll work for 20 minutes as a group, mob programming together to try and solve this problem. And if after 20 minutes you can't, that's fine. Then we'll elevate it to an instructor and the instructor queue, and they'll work on it and try and do it. And I'm hopeful that this is going to work a lot better than the previous system. I'm pretty confident that it will, knock on wood. But if it doesn't, we'll adjust and try something else. So again, we're going to have a training for that either Tuesday or Wednesday. I need to check the multitude of calendars that you just saw to find out when the best time of that is. And we'll make sure that you're comfortable and ready to go before it starts. So any questions about that? All right. Ed, Adam, CJ, have I missed anything?
I think you covered it. I can.
Yep. Notion.
Notion?
Yeah. Well, we have the PM.
The handbook?
Yes. There is a PM handbook in Notion. It is at this point quite thorough. No small thanks to the work of your section leads in getting that put together. And we will, Ed, can you share that link in the
Yeah, I'm grabbing it right now.
Awesome.
The only thing that I would, here it is. The only thing that I would, sorry, I'm trying to do 10 things at once. That I would add to this is, here's the link to the PM handbook, is so when it comes to Monday, like Tuesday, when we get started, it's going to be a little bit weird for week one because of the fact that we have Memorial Day and things like that. So it will be a little rush, but just be mindful that you're gonna. A lot of students are kind of. It's going to be a little frantic come that first day because people will be wondering where they're supposed to be and everything. And I promise, like the first couple of days, it's a little. It gets a little crazy. But having said that, when you do have your groups, it's not out of the question that some students may come in on a Tuesday or Wednesday, they might get shuffled into a different group. So just be mindful of that you might have a student come in later that sometimes they're just groups that don't have enough members that originally were supposed to start like on Monday or Tuesday. So just be aware of that, because I know that throws off some PMs like the first week or so. But that's it. So I also dropped the link to the PM handbook inside the channel. So that's going to have everything that you could ever possibly dream of.
Have all the links in the PM handbook, Brian, have they all been updated to the newest everything?
I believe so, but it's always an evolving and living document. So if anyone
until week 4,
it's not right, let us know, and we will adjust it. And we depend on you to some degree to let us know, because as you know, things change.
I think it's like almost 100% until you get to week 4, week 5, and then there's like 1 or 2 missing things. But
okay, so we've got a few minutes left. What questions do you have for us?
I just had a question on scheduling next week. Where are we trimming?
Great question. So next week, what we're doing is we are throwing away Friday and pushing everything back a day. And then we're going to do the sprint challenge in the last 2 hours of the day. We will not do check-ins on Friday. Instead, we will extend the Monday check-ins to do both a reflection on the last week and the planning for this next week.
So we're still doing Trello, access to Trello Tuesday, access to GitOrgs Wednesday?
No, it would be Wednesday and Thursday.
Or Wednesday, Thursday, okay.
Yeah. So everything is pushed one day back. And the calendar is up to date now to reflect that.
Has that link to the calendar been dropped anywhere yet?
I can send it right now.
That is a very good point, Adam. So we should do that.
yeah, actually on that subject, I don't know if it's in the realm of time for everybody, but if it's at all possible, I want to, inside the channel, I'm going to post this thread here, and what's going to be added onto what I just posted in the PM handbook. But if everybody can give me their GitHub handle and their email address instead of a thread, we can just get this squared away now, because it's always something that we're like chasing on week 2. And it's kind of vital just to have all that information from everybody. So if at all possible, if you don't mind dropping that into this thread that I'm opening right now. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns?
In the labs PM, I put the labs 13 calendar.
Thank you, Sabrina.
And paperwork. I haven't gotten like half of the jibbles and stuff for paperwork.
So you have to get that you need to get with Amneet and
Stephanie. Stephanie.
Yeah. So DM them.
Yeah. She said a couple hours ago that everything would be out by today, but I mean, if it's just those 2, you're probably still looking at till the very end of the day. So give her until the very end of the day, and then hit her up, because I'm sure she's frantically typing right now.
Okay. Well, again, welcome to the world behind the curtain. Thank you. Looking forward to getting to know you better over the next few weeks. And again, I'm going to say this over and over and over again. If you need anything, please DM me. If you feel like something is happening and you're not getting an answer, let me know, and I'll get things sorted for you. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow on your presentations, and really excited about that as well. It's going to be fun. So bye-bye.